Hello guys, what is going on? I'm Nozda and welcome back to another comic review. Today what we're going to be doing, we're going to be reviewing issue 799 of The Amazing Spider-Man Going Down Swinging Part 3. So first of all, if we look at this cover again, because I just want to look at this cover, it looks really cool. And as the cover suggests, it's the first time for a whole entire issue we get to see just full frontal Red Goblin. Like in the past chapters, the past couple of issues actually, they've been sort of treating it like an old school horror movie where you see only like glimpses of him, and that's pretty cool. But we got full frontal Red Goblin all the way through this issue, which is amazing. And just one more thing to note on the cover, you won't be able to really notice it during like from the video, but hopefully if you have your own copy of this, then you'll be able to see just sort of like the effects that the smoke has on the title, and that's just really cool. It looks like it should be something that can be scratched off. I don't know. That's just really well done. But yeah, before we get any further, I just would like to apologize that this is a day late. This is on a Thursday. It's being uploaded, so yeah, sorry about that. Couldn't really do anything about it. Basically, I was working until past 6, so that is yesterday. So that is when my comic book shop of choice closes down. And today, yeah, it's loaded even later than I would have liked. I would like to get it up in the morning. It's going to be loaded around about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's because I got the last like working train into the centre of Manchester where the comic book shop is, and then they were all cancelled for the rest of the day, and so I had to get like an hour bus home, which was nice. And it didn't even take me all the way home. I had to walk for like 20 minutes. It's just been a good couple of days. Yeah, this issue basically, because it's like full frontal Red Goblin, is setting up the final showdown, because the chapter before, what it did is it made it seem like it was going to be well, for me anyway, I sort of theorized that it was going to be Peter Parker versus Norman Osborn instead of Spider-Man versus Red Goblin. But that would be, in retrospect, that would be incredibly boring, to be honest. I'm glad that they did it this way, where it's like, oh, I'm going to fight as Peter Parker, and by that it means he's going to like command, because he was the head of his own Avengers, like the Avengers, for a while. So he's had time to become like a leader and like a figure as a leader as well. So being able to command his own team, even though a lot of them didn't really have much experience in Silk and Miles Morales, obviously. He still commanded his own team and had so many safeguards up and stuff like that, which was really well done. But the problem is that, for me anyway, he was too focused on himself. He was too narcissistic, because I mean, that's kind of the Spider-Man character. He does things to protect people he loves more so than anything else. That is usually, in almost every case, in almost every story, that is the lead motivation behind Spider-Man's actions, bar the instigation. The instigation isn't really to do with his family and his friends, but as soon as he messes up, because obviously he does, then it gets to the point where it's like, oh shit, all these people in danger. And I think he jumped the gun with this one, because the deal was that if he didn't put on the Spider-Man suit, if he didn't become a Spider-Man, then his family would be safe. And so there was so much of this team disposed to that, to protecting the people he loves, that the onslaught against Red Goblin wasn't as much as it could have been. So I feel like that was an oversight by Spider-Man. Now, obviously, that was a safeguard because, you know, you can't really completely trust Red Goblin and his word. But Red Goblin's entire motivation, his goal for Going Down Swinging Part 3, was to turn his grandchild into sort of a miniature Red Goblin, which was pretty cool. But it makes me think, why couldn't... I mean, there isn't... I don't think... Because it's the same symbiote, I don't think the person who gets turned into another like Red Goblin or just like Carnage, because of that symbiote, have their own free will. There might be some mind controlling going on there, which I think is the case. I think the only reason why it was his grandchild was because obviously it had the same genetics, so it could be a Red Goblin and not just a regular Carnage. So yeah, I don't think like he could just go around turning anybody. I don't think he'd want to because it's not going to be Red Goblin. And like Red Goblin is much more powerful than Carnage because not only does they have like the mental state that Red Goblin has, and Carnage doesn't. Like he's smarter, but also because of the Green Goblin's powers, it's like it gets rid of a lot of the weaknesses. The only weakness so far that we've seen is that it's still susceptible to anti-venom, even though it seems to be like much stronger against anti-venom, even though it is weak towards its powers. And obviously anti-venom isn't as is not as experienced as being a hero as Spider-Man. But then again, at the same time, when Spider-Man was telling Anti-Venom to like, no, go kill Red Goblin, again, that might have been his narcissism speaking, and also him not being there and seeing the problems that Miles Morales, like Silk and the Torch was having. Like he might not have realized how severe the situation was. But I think he was primarily talking about, his mindset was probably like, oh shit, now that the onslaught has happened and all these people are away from my family, we need to kill Red Goblin now, otherwise he's gonna go for him. You know what I mean? So I think that was his mindset there, and probably if it was him and he did have the power of anti-venom, he would have done the same thing as anti-venom did and chose to heal his friends rather than kill Red Goblin. But yeah, issue 800 in May, in the next couple of weeks. I'm really excited for that. That'll be after Infinity War. So, also, by the way, I'm probably going to be doing an Infinity War review because it comes out a day early in the UK. So I think it'll be really interesting for people to hear my opinion, because I'll be one of the first. I'm watching at midnight, so I'll be one of the first actual fans and not just critics that'll be watching. I mean, probably most of the critics are going to be fans of the MCU as well. But I'll be the first like just fan to watch it. One of the first anyway, and that'd be really cool. So I'm really excited about that. Really happy. But yeah, May is going to be a big time for the channel. So if you care about any of the reboots happening, I'm going to be reviewing the Avengers reboot. I'm currently reading No Surrender right now. I'm not reviewing it because I don't think it's that good. But when the Avengers, there'll be a lot of first issue reviews on the channel, and then whatever sticks, whatever people like, as well as whatever I like, will continue on the channel. So I'm really, really excited for Iron Man. I did actually hear a bit about what the story is going to be like with that, so that's going to be cool. And I'm really excited for the Avengers reboot as well. Hopefully to keep to the same numbering as for the Amazing Spider-Man though, because I mean, right now they don't have the Legacy on the cover anymore. It's just Marvel. So hopefully it just keeps to the same numbering. But then again, this arc is going to end after this one, so they might not reboot it, but they might do another soft reboot, so that the people that are jumping on to the series, like a bunch of people probably are, especially it being after Infinity War. That's probably why the reboot's happening now. Is because a lot of people will probably get exposed to Marvel again and want to read the comics. But hopefully, after 800, when that's when the reboot happens, hopefully the numbering doesn't change again. Because I really like the fact that I'm going to be on issue 800. I just think that's really cool. Also, Action Comics issue 1000 came out today, and I got that. Probably going to read it, but probably not going to review it because I'm not been following the story at all. But Superman, I just saw it and I'm like, yes, let's get that. But anyway, that's great for now. I just rambled on for ages. This is going to be a needlessly long video. But yeah, so I think the next issue is going to be in 2 weeks, so I'm excited for that. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see comic reviews as well as manga reviews. That's what I do all the time. And my phone just went off. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.